welcome to Captain Handlebar, and this is Billy Hurst 200 VC subscribers, the name game. Check it out. So, congratulations, Billy Hurst, on the 200 subscribers. You've got 2,000 subscribers, but congrats on the 200 VC subscribers. I've almost got 100, so I'm getting up there slowly but surely, but I'm still new in the game. So anyway, this is your name game contest. So I decided I'm just going to pull straight out of my my collection. I'm not going to pre-plan this. This is just going to be like first thing that reminds me of something, I'm going to do it. So anyway, let's get started, and it's going to be a long one. I'm going to go Captain Handlebar. I'm not going to go, my real name's Richard. I'm not going to go by Richard. I'm just going to do Captain Handlebar. So let's see what we got here. Under Seas, what means a lot to me? CKY. This band came out. It was famous for doing the theme song for Jackass and a couple other things. Bam Margera's brother is the drummer. Anyway, my brother, he passed away back in '04. It was one of his favorite bands. It was also what I like to call my first concert. To me, these guys just, they remind me of my brother. You know, first time I listened to them after my brother passed away, they just came out with a new album, An Answer Can Be Found, and I myself was looking for an answer, so I just started listening to them. This was also my youngest son's first sort of show. We went to the band 96 Bitter Beings, which is a video down below. The lead singer from CKY is in that. So anyway, yeah, CKY. It's also signed by the lead singer, Darren Miller. It actually is to my son, Dylan, which is pretty cool. So there's C, CKY, A, another one, Aerosmith, 9 Lives. I was a teenager, sharing a room with my brother. Again, this has to do with my brother. And it was Christmas. We're watching TV at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and that was back when like MTV would play videos when no one was watching. And we saw the video for Pink from Aerosmith's 9 Lives. Blew me away. I mean, I wish that they'd actually print the original cover on vinyl, because that would just be amazing. But anyway, there's Aerosmith. Put that sucker away. Next is what? C-A-P. What's a good P record? I've got a P. I'm just kidding. Iggy Pop, Lust for Life. This album is awesome. David Bowie helped produce it. First time I heard this album, this is going to sound pathetic, was last year. Because Iggy had just came out with Post-Pop Depression, which is another P. I mean, it's a double P, post-pop. It's crazy. Anyway, I got to see him live last year. It was really awesome. Iggy, for being 69, 70 years old, the dude still knows how to rock it. So there is P. T. Toto. My dad used to listen to this album all the time. I don't even know how many times I've listened to Africa or Rosanna. But this album is part of my childhood. It's an amazing, it's a really good album. I like it. It's 80s. Alright, next is A again. So let's go through A. I'll do this one, what the heck. Avenged Sevenfold, Hail to the King. I was never really big into Avenged Sevenfold, and then I saw them live, actually with Korn. They were doing a festival, and their stage production is amazing. They had fire, they had a giant freaking skeleton come out on a throne. It was ridiculous. Like, these guys put on one hell of a show. So anyway, there's Avenged Sevenfold. Next is, shoot, I again. This album, I thought I would like. I mean, they had a decent hit, but it was overplayed. And that is Imagine Dragons. Why do I have this album? Why? It's got Radioactive, which is a good song, but why? Another reason why I don't like this album is because Queens of the Stone Age came out with Like Clockwork the same year, and Imagine Dragons won the Grammy, and not Queens of the Stone Age. To me, best rock should go to rock, not to, I don't know, electronic rock. So yeah, Imagine Dragons, that's I. So next will be... Sorry, I had to walk over to the other record cabinet. N, Dave Navarro. This is on a little 10-inch, whatever. It was his first solo album away from Jane's Addiction. I remember listening to this album while I was, I believe I was selling vacuum cleaners. And I just thought it was awesome. Dave Navarro is an awesome guitarist, and this album is just one of my favorites. I haven't shown it yet on the VC, but there it is, Dave Navarro. It's also got a really good song, Rexall. It's awesome. Should I do Handlebar? I guess so, what the heck. We got time, right? So H. What's a good H one? Oh, that's it. Him. Love metal. Now all you metalheads are probably going to get at me because is Him really classified as metal? But, you know, I listened to this song, or this album back in 2001, 2002, and I kind of liked Him. I actually got a chance to go see them live down in San Diego, and I thought that they were really good. Their newer albums ain't much to listen to, but the older ones are sure. I mean, I enjoy this one. Also, of course, they're tied in with Jackass and Bam Margera and stuff like that, but Him, there's my H. They put on a really good live show. Next is A, again. So, gonna go old school for this. Hello Dolly, Louis Armstrong. I don't remember the first time I heard this, but I mean, that dude can sing and he can certainly play the trumpet. Got this album probably 15 years ago from a thrift store. Listened to it quite a few times. But yeah, I dig the old jazz. Louis Armstrong's awesome. There's A again. Next is N. Give me a second, gotta go over to the other cabinet. N. 9 Inch Nails, Hesitation Marks. I've got a couple other 9 Inch Nails albums, but this one, their newest one, for now. They are coming out with a re-release of Fragile and a few others, plus the not the main event or something like that EP. But anyway, 9 Inch Nails. There's the 9 Inch Nails poster back there. I got to see them live with Soundgarden back in what, 14? Yeah, 2014. I've always liked 9 Inch Nails. To me, they've always been cool. Next is D. Oh, what's a good D one? Let me check that out over here. Gonna go with 2003's The Desert Sessions, Volume 9 and 10. This album, Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age used to meet up with a whole bunch of different musicians out in the desert at Rancho de la Luna. And they would always, I don't know, meet up, jam, record an album. So this is volumes 9 and 10. This album's got PJ Harvey, Alain Johannes, Josh Homme, Alain, who else? Joey Castillo, Twiggy Ramirez, Dean Ween. Just a bunch of different musicians. And so they recorded this album February 8th through the 15th, 2003. Desert Sessions. I think I got another Desert Sessions one in here as well. This one's Desert Sessions Volume 6. Along with some Queens of Stone Age stickers. Volume Volume 6. This one's got a cool song named Rickshaw Like a Drug, A number 1, Teens of Thailand. So anyway, yeah, Desert Sessions. I'd suggest, you know, if you like Queens of the Stone Age, check them out. Desert Sessions. Actually, this one, Desert Sessions. So that's D. So next I need an L. I guess I will put this one in later. I'm going to go for John Lennon. John Lennon, the Plastic Ono Band. I hope that counts. I always liked John Lennon. I like the Beatles. And I came across this album actually just recently in a collection that I purchased. And it came with the calendar, John and Yoko, 1969 or 1970 calendar. It's got the metal rings around the top, and it's got you know, pictures of John and Yoko and whatnot. This album's great. The Plastic Ono Band, live piece in Toronto, 1969. Your Blues, Cold Turkey, Give Peace a Chance. Just great. I mean, John Lennon, Yoko Ono, Eric Clapton on guitar. Yep. L. John Lennon. Death metal, Zipper Down. About a year and a half ago, they were involved in that incident in France, the Bataclan. I guess they're calling it a massacre or whatnot. I've listened to this band since they came out with their first album. I've met Jesse Hughes quite a few times, and a lot of people say they don't like him or they don't like what he stands behind. I don't care his political beliefs or anything. That dude does know how to rock and roll. He knows how to get a crowd dancing and hopping, and he just lives and breathes rock and roll. The man is probably the nicest musicians I've probably ever met. He's a real cool guy. Plus, if I sit like this, it looks like it's up. Just kidding. So anyway, Eagles of Death Metal. If you haven't heard them, check them out. They're kind of a like if the Eagles were death metal, that's what they'd sound like. So anyway, that's my E. So there's handle. Now I need the bar. And for B, I'm going to go with the Blasters. Another signed album. I actually got to work with these guys on stage once. I also saw them another time at the Coach House in San Juan Capistrano. The Blasters. First time I heard these guys, I had no clue who they were. That's because they were the opening from the movie From Dusk Till Dawn. They played the song Dark Night when Seth and Richie Grieco were driving down in their Mercury Cougar, and they got the lady in the back. That song is the Blasters. They're awesome, and they put on one heck of a show. I mean, the guys are getting up there in age, but they still know how to rock. So anyway, there's the Blasters. If you haven't heard of them, check them out. So A, another A. Let's see if I can cheat on this one a bit. So A again. Another signed album, Alain Johannes. This guy, he's played in the band 11. He's known the guys from Red Hot Chili Peppers before they were the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He has also played with Chris Cornell, Soundgarden. He's played with Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots. He's played with Queens of the Stone Age, Eagles of Death Metal. He's played with them Crooked Vultures. This guy is insanely talented. And got a chance to see him out in Pioneer Town over at Pappy's and Harriet's, and he was kind enough to sign my vinyl. The guy is awesome. If you want to see a guy just like play a cigar box guitar, this guy can rip it. I mean, he can shred it. In fact, I'll put a link down below to him doing one of his songs from this album. It's just, musicianship is awesome. I mean, I don't care if you're a metalhead, you're a country boy, you like whatever music you like, this guy will impress you. He is that good. He blows me away, and watching him live, it's even better. So, Alain Johannes, A. Finally, last but not least, I feel like this video has kind of gotten long. Next is R. So give me a second. I'm going to pop over to the other one and pick out an R. Alright, R is the Rednecks. Everybody loves Cotton Eye Joe. I mean, everybody should I'm just kidding. That is not my R. My R is the Rolling Stones, Some Girls. I remember being a teenager listening to this album and kind of digging the whole disco thing. I've listened to Rolling Stones forever. I've got a ton of their albums, in fact. Maybe in a few weeks I'll bust out my collection and do another, collection final update like I did with the Grateful Dead. But this album was just always one of my favorites. Songs like Imagination, Faraway Eyes, Shattered, Beast of Burden, Miss You, When the Whip Comes Down. Just an awesome album. So anyway, that is the name game. I'm sweaty. I'm sure you're sweaty from just watching me. So if you like the video, like it down below. If you have something to say, comment down below, and also subscribe. Always looking for new subscribers, always coming out with new content. And yeah, thanks for watching. And again, Billy Hurst, congrats on the 200 subscribers for the VC channel. You the man. Keep rocking, keep playing guitar. And yeah, I will catch you on the B-sides. Check out my new video coming up. It's Butcher the Beatles. Yes. Again, new videos come out every Wednesday. That's the name game. Peace out.